Tamil Nadu. Welcome all of you to the Heritage World, Mysore. And my name is Shri Hari. I am your host today to explain what this multimedia animation and VFX industry is all about. Are you guys ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Before I take any particular topic, so we divide the entire session into three individual parts. The first part, what is this industry, where and all it is used, and what is the pipeline structure to produce such a wonderful, entertaining clips. Okay, so how films are made, advertisements are made, games are made. These are all actually the part of our today's seminar. Before I pitch this topic, let me ask you, what is animation according to you? Through magazines, through internet, through movies, through the games what you play in the Android and the PlayStations. So you might have a basic idea about, because the word animation, VFX and multimedia is booming in the society. These words are often you get to hear. So what do you mean animation is all about? With that actually we start our seminar. Any suggestions? Perfect. So one technical answer. What's your name? Harish. Okay. The thing is making 2D characters, hand-drawn sketches, and converting them into a CG character and animating them. A perfect pipeline. Actually, he explained. Is there any other answers from your end? Exactly. So whatever you imagine in your mind. Okay. So suppose today you have a fantastic dream in your vehicle. Okay. When you are tired in a journey while traveling, you actually memorize or you actually dream about something. Okay. But if anybody asks you what was your dream, is that possible to explain everything bit to bit? It is not possible. You may miss some points, but in visual media, you can present everything accurately with such a CG environment. So whatever you imagine in your mind, so that can be seen through visual presentations through a technology called animation and multimedia. So further going beyond, I ask you to take a picture of Mysore Palace. Okay. You all actually know the photography theory, aperture, shutter speed, and ISO, okay, and the lower third and the rule of third. All these important points keeping in that mind, you go to Mysore Palace, you take captures. But I add one more element to that, conditions to that. Aliens are attacking Mysore Palace, Avengers are saving the palace. Like that you capture and bring it to me. Is that possible? So what camera cannot generate or capture? Such a visuals if you are seeing in any movies or in any visuals, so that is completely generated by the technology called CGI, computer generated imagery. So let me show you a video where how imaginary things can be seen through visual presentation, and Anyframes Studio is one of the production pipeline. The entire crowd simulation is done in Mysore Anyframe Studio. Let us have a peek. The video starts with a kid. Okay, remember this key point. different work of Anyframe. So the entire people, whatever you saw here, it is actually using 3ds Max generated. So all Saudi Arabia people and English British people, so everything, whatever you see here, the set extension is done by the LBC company and the crowd simulation actually done at Anyframe Studio, the second floor. So what I was actually trying to say here is whatever you saw in this clip, it is imaginary. Is it possible in the real world? No. But we will see as realistic as possible in our visual presentation through the technology called CGI, and we use enormous software to develop such a fantastic video. Before I talk about the applications of this animation technology, usually you get to see such a technology in the film industry. And here is the first clip. As we said, 2D drawings in action. We call the technique as a 2D animation. You will see the character as a hand-drawn sketch. But frame by frame, we create the movements, slightly change in the expression, locomotion, and its movement. 1 second of animation requires 24 drawings an artist need to manually draw. After that, it goes to the next department called detail paint. We do the painting, coloring. Now everything is digital using Animate CC. Okay. After that, using keyframe animation, we animate such a type of videos. So you just saw how horse was actually in action through the flipbook. Actually, you can imagine. So it's something like a flipbook only. After that, it goes to the digital process. How 2D animations are done. Now completely 3D animation means you will see the cartoonic form only, but in a 3-dimensional environment. For example, Kung Fu Panda, Ice Age, Madagascar, Princess and the Frog, and all these Disney movies are nowadays, from the Toy Story to so far. Everything is actually 3-dimensionally done, digitally animated. So that is the part 3D animation. And these are some of the examples.
I guess it's just you and me, huh?
Nope, just you.
For goodness sake, position. For real, don't do something soon, we'll all freeze to death.
You want to talk about a problem? I sell ice for a living.
Ooh, that's a rough business to be in right now. Are you okay?
I've got a thick skull.
I don't have a skull.
Oh,
Hairbrush.
cute. It's like you being a unicorn. Yes.
Let's see if this works. We're gonna take this nice and slow. Come on, buddy. Yeah.
Now comes the present trend, the live action animation. So where the humans also be there and CG characters also be there. So in Indian cinema you can quote Bahubali and RRR. So these are the movies where you see the CG character also along with your live characters. Here is the making of that with breakdowns. This particular shot is done in 3ds Max with Phoenix FD plugin. Can anybody tell why green screens and blue screens always VFX artists use? Do you have any idea behind?
Skin tone. Skin tone.
Pardon?
Skin tone.
Skin tone is actually the accurate reason because in our human body, if I hit a punch to somebody, his skin turns to warm color, not any cool color. Blue and green color in the entire human body we don't have. So what happens using chroma key, ultra key and the key lights, we can easily remove the background where you see the screen and we can easily extend the set by using CG. So that is the reason green screen or blue screen we widely use. Here you can see using Photoshop, we actually developed the individual Z-depth plates to make the scene using matte painting technique. This was actually the shot from the director, Raj Kapoor sir. So the level of artist involvement and the level of details what you see in the big screen is from this reference video. So once the video is actually handed over to the studio, as per the director's requirement, the CG artist starts compositing and adding the light, camera angle, and the CG special effects and the set extension. To make such a shots, artists use 3ds Max for the entire architecture build. Second one, the vegetation what you see surround it is from the Forest Pack Pro, and using new software we do the compositing. Using After Effects we actually develop all the fire, wind, smoke, dust, all natural phenomena. These references you will easily imagine in film industry how the multimedia and CG technologies are widely used to generate such a visuals. So if I quickly jump into another two applications, that is advertisement and your gaming industry. So when you watch a video which is without any effects, the advertisement looks something like this. It was a very old, long back, let's say like a two decades back advertisement from the Bajaj without any CGI. The video actually ends, and finally the video concludes with this. This was the previous logo of Bajaj company. What happened in the advertisement industry when Bajaj actually came in the market, and sooner or later Suzuki company came, Yamaha company came, and other bike products actually come out with the different ideas of advertising their powerful engines. So automatically the Bajaj business scale automatically came to grayscale. So then what actually using Tata Elxsi they decided to generate to show the power of the engine. So this was actually created from that. You know very well this is not possible, isn't it? It's a complete fake. But while watching such advertisements in your television, the youth trend will get attract and they actually say, Papa, mujhe aise hi bike chahiye. So in that year, actually, this Pulsar become the year bike of the year due to the advertisement and the CD. Of course, the engine also is not working. And the video actually went like that, and finally the conclusion will
आगे अलग अंदाज से
This is the Bajaj nowadays. I was actually working in Tata Elxsi Mumbai for the modeling of these spare parts. We call it as a transform animation, assemble with the keyframes so we can animate easily. So I was in the modeling department, so the entire bike, okay, 23 people, artists actually modeling individual spare parts. So all together, using the null object, we animate such a type of visual. So that is the type of advertisement nowadays you get to see. Please switch on the light. Please the top. Since you guys need to travel even more, okay, it's a long journey again. So I would like to conclude with a few sentences in the sense, CGI nowadays in a visual industry booming in a rapid way, and whatever you design you can create. Nowadays the portfolio also people are expecting the company. If you are applying your portfolio in a abroad company, they are accepting the digital portfolio. To create digital portfolio, you need multimedia software. Do you have any semester-based software related to Photoshop, Flash, animated system, HTML, Java, CSS? These are the softwares what Python. So programming also you might study in your academy. Meanwhile, this is again a part of things. You name an industry where the CG is not used. I will quote you. These are the reasons the industries are nowadays profitably using. Medical simulation, mechanical simulation, architectural simulation, forensic simulations, space simulations, and how you actually come to know COVID is actually a spiritual shape through television, news, advertisement, isn't it? That atom is actually created using simulations, so that we come to know COVID is actually spiky spherical body. Just imagine the first video I told you. Remember the kid, okay? Who can think rationally all these things? Who can think all these ideas? Okay. Suppose if I draw a circle and ask you guys, what is that? We say it's a geometrical structure. It's a circle, circumference, radius, diameter. But the same structure, if I show it to a kid, it will say moon, apple, orange, ball. Its creativity is totally beyond limit. So we need to think like a kid so that we can entertain the viewers. Still nowadays, the Tom and Jerry chase still we watch. My grandpa still sit evening 5 o'clock in Pogo channel. They actually watch Tom and Jerry. Even though it's a 18th century clip, from there to still so far, the story remains as it is chasing. But still we watch that because it is so convincing. Because the characters are doing exactly, mimicking exactly the locomotion of a live character. This is how actually we do the imitations. So with this actually we can come to a final conclusion that how visual industry is very powerful. I will ask you to perform some task, okay? It's an activity just to get relaxed. I'm not asking you to come here and do some performance. Where you are sitting, there itself you have to interact with my code, okay? Very simple. The first thing, I will give you certain words. You have to visualize in your mind and need to say later on when I ask what actually you visualize. Easy, very simple task. Okay, so all of you close your eyes. All of you close your eyes. Some people say that, sir, from the beginning I was closed only. No problem. At least for the sake of activity, now we will close. Okay? Yes, close your eyes, be honest to yourself. I will give 3 words, you have to visualize the same. Okay? First one, Singapore. Second one, Mysore. Third one, question mark. Now slowly open your eyes, don't go to sleep. Okay, I know you guys are tired. Okay, breakfast completed? That's fine. So you are more interested. So when I asked you to visualize Singapore, what actually came to your mind? Lion Fountain came to your mind, isn't it? Why not the chat street? Why not the hotels? Why not the airport? Lion Fountain you actually visualize. Interesting. I will come to that point. When I ask you to visualize Mysore, what actually visualize? Palace came to mind. Some people Chamundi, Vrindavan Garden or something. Why not the bus stand or anything? Some chemical locha in brain actually we have started thinking. Okay. Now when I ask you to visualize question mark, does the QUESTION came to your mind or a symbol came to your mind? Symbol. That means to say our brain works on the principle of imagery, not by the words. That's why whenever we open book, we get sleep. Some people actually sleep, they open the book. Okay, this is some rare case. But whatever you actually see, visually experience through all your sense organs, that will be in your mind for a longer period, isn't it? So that's why there is a kavavar. Whatever you read, it will be in your mind for few months or maybe hours. Some people, based on the limitation of memory, whatever you write, okay, that will be in your mind for a month or 2 months, 3 months, like that. Whatever you practically do, that will be with you forever. Even though you guys are now exporting a motorcycle, okay, moped or something, still if I give you a bicycle, you can easily ride it. Even though you have 10 years of gap, if I give you a bicycle, easily you can ride because it is practically experienced. Okay, so that's why in your academy, whatever you execute, please execute practically. That is one, so that visually you gain, attain, and remain everything with your academic process. The second example, as I told you, it's actually be very creative. Now we all become kids. I'm not a technician here. I'm a small kid. You guys are also small kids. Okay, small kids never hesitate, isn't it? Okay, when in shopping mall, what your teacher taught you, twinkle, twinkle, little star, literally starts dancing the 5-year-old kid, isn't it? No hesitation. Okay, so now we will do the same activity. Whatever I say, you will do exactly the same, not how I do. If my saying and performance both are similar, you can perform, you can cooperate with that. Okay, very simple. Okay, all of you just raise your hands and relax yourself. My words and action both are same, so you can do. Relax. Relax. Fine. Okay. Now all of you, touch your head, touch your forehead, touch your eyes, touch your chin. Which is chin? This is chin. This is cheek, isn't it? So even though my words were very clear to you all, loudly audible, your eyes were absorbing me. So that's the reason hand automatically went to here. So more than words, visuals are more powerful. That's why whenever you go to movie watch or when you are playing on the ground, you actually never get bored. So because visually with all sense organs you are experiencing something, gaining something. So I wish a very bright success in your upcoming career, and whatever you do, please from now onwards do it everything practically. So it will be in your mind for a long time. In exam time you will do wonders. Okay, thank you for visiting Mysore's largest animation production house as well as the academy. Thank you for visiting Mysore. See you all. Bye.